You won't believe how much money Dolly Parton is actually worth. She's one of the most beloved stars in the world, known for her kindness, talent, and unforgettable voice. But behind the rhinestones, big hair, and southern charm, there's a massive fortune that will absolutely blow your mind. And the way she built it? That's the real shocker. Most people think of her as just a country music legend, but there's a side to her success that very few know about. Stick around because by the end of this, you'll never look at Dolly the same way again. Dolly didn't come from money, far from it. She was born in a tiny one-room cabin in Tennessee, the fourth of 12 kids. Her family was so poor that her dad actually paid the doctor who delivered her with a bag of cornmeal. That's how rough things were. But even as a little girl, she knew she was meant for something bigger. By the time she was 10, she was already performing on local radio stations, and by 13, she had recorded her first song. The moment she graduated high school, she packed her bags and moved straight to Nashville. And that's where things really started to change. Most singers struggle for years before they get their big break. But Dolly? She was unstoppable. She teamed up with country star Porter Wagoner, and together they became one of the biggest acts in country music. But here's where Dolly proved she wasn't just a singer, she was a business genius. When she decided to go solo, Wagoner didn't want her to leave. So what did she do? She wrote "I Will Always Love You" as a goodbye song to him. That song became one of the biggest hits of all time, and when Whitney Houston covered it years later, Dolly made millions in royalties. That's right, she's been making money off that song for decades without even having to lift a finger. But that's not even the craziest part. While most artists rely on record sales and concerts, Dolly took things to a whole new level. She built a business empire. Ever heard of Dollywood? It's her very own theme park in Tennessee, and it brings in millions every single year. But here's the shocking part. Dolly doesn't actually own the park. She partnered with a huge company that runs theme parks, which means she collects a huge paycheck without having to worry about daily operations. Smart, right? And then there's her music catalog. She owns the rights to most of her songs, which means every time they're played, streamed, or used in a movie, she gets paid. This is a big deal because most artists end up selling their rights for quick cash. Not Dolly. She held on to them, and now they're worth an absolute fortune. And if you think that's impressive, wait until you hear how much she turned down. A few years ago, she revealed that someone offered her $1 billion for her music catalog. $1 billion. And she said no. Can you even imagine having the power to turn down that kind of money? But what really sets her apart isn't just how much she makes, it's what she does with it. Dolly has quietly donated millions to charity, funding everything from college, scholarships to hospitals. She even helped fund research for the COVID-19 vaccine. And here's something truly heartwarming. Her Imagination Library program has given away over 200 million books to kids for free. That's the kind of wealth that actually changes lives. Now, let's talk numbers. So, how much is Dolly actually worth? Well, estimates put her net worth at around $650 million. But here's the thing. If she had taken that billion-dollar offer, for her music, she would easily be a billionaire. And honestly, she might already be one when you factor in her investments and business deals. But here's a question. Do you think Dolly even cares about being a billionaire? Probably not. She's still out there performing, making music, and doing what she loves. That's why people adore her. So, what do you think about Dolly's insane fortune? Were you expecting her to be this smart with her money? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you're just as shocked as we are, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more unbelievable stories. You won't want to miss what's coming next.